Welcome back, everyone. I am Psycho Emerald. Today I have another action figure to unbox and review for you guys. Today I have my first ever DC Multiverse figure. I have Batman from Detective Comics number 1000. Yeah, it's a pretty cool Batman figure. This is not my first DC figure I've purchased, but the first one I've ever, got. I have a Batman figure on pre-order. It's the Todd McFarlane Batman, and I'm really looking forward to getting that, and so I thought I could have another Batman figure to go with it once I have it. So yeah, my pre-order will probably be in like next week, so I'll have that review up soon. But yeah, I got this figure at GameStop. It was on clearance for only $20. You can see down there in $19.97, usually $24.99. But yeah, I found this figure. It looks really nice if you can see it in there. It just looks like a good classic Batman design on there for the figure. He's got a Batarang down there. He's got his grappling gun. And we got DC Multiverse, Batman, and then over here on the side we have Batman Detective Comics number 1000, McFarlane Toys logo, DC Multiverse logo, and up here at the top there is nothing except 22 moving parts and McFarlane Toys over there. And back here we have this awesome looking artwork. It's kind of like a mural almost of like Batman, Joker, and a bunch of other Batman villains. Looks like we got Alfred back there too. So that's really cool, and there's a trading card in there, and I'm really glad that the trading card has this image on it, because I really like this, like, Batman comic mural type thing. But yeah, Batman Detective Comics number 1000. We got other figures in the wave down here, so we got Nightwing, Batman Hellbat suit, Green Lantern, and the Batman Who Laughs, and Harley Quinn. So yeah, this is pretty cool. Got more logos down there, legal stuff. Of course, there's legal stuff down here too. Some of it's covered by the price tags. And yeah. Oh, and on this side it says Batman, and it's got the DC Multiverse logo. Oh, and apologies for the glare, so you can kind of see my hand reflection in there. I have a light behind me because I figured I'd have some better lighting for this, because I noticed in my last video the lighting wasn't too great in my last few videos, actually. So I figured I'd put a light behind me so you could see what I'm doing better. So yeah, now that we've properly looked at the box, let's get the trusty unboxing knife out and unbox this awesome looking figure. Okay, so I got the trusty unboxing knife. So let's cut at the sides here. I noticed something. The box is a little bit damaged, as you can see. The tab's a little bit bent. And this sticker thing here, kind of the seal sticker, is kind of coming off. Well, really coming off, as you can see there, if you can see. The sticker's coming off there, but these two are still on here. So I can tell that it is not like a repackaged figure or anything, because these two stickers on the side to seal the top of the box are still completely intact. But I don't think we'll need the knife any longer, so let's get this figure out. Alright. So yeah, like I said, my first DC Multiverse figure, and I will be giving you guys my thoughts on it. Looks like in here we got some things too. Looks like we've got the trading card and the display stander in there, so I'll get those out in a sec, probably off camera. But to start, we're gonna get the figure out. I'm so excited. I've been leaving this in the box for a while because I was actually deciding I should upload my last video before I get into recording this one. So I was doing that, so this has just been kind of sitting in the box for a little while. I've just been waiting and waiting to open it. And now I finally got the chance to open it up and record it for you guys. So we've got the grappling gun here. Sorry I wasn't narrating it as I took it out of the box, but really cool. Looks like it's got a little bat on the end there, so that's really cool. Definitely could have probably used this when I'm displaying him and posing him. And of course we got a nice, simply designed, sleek-looking Batarang. So that's really awesome too. And here we've got the Batman figure. I'm probably going to need to cut that zip tie or whatever it is around him. And let me do that off camera real quick. Alright, so I got kind of the plastic ties cut. I was wrong when I said I wouldn't need the unboxing knife anymore because I had to use it to cut that. But we're about to get this awesome figure out of the package, and I cannot wait. Yes. Okay. Finally got it out, so let's set him down. Little worried to set him down on this, because he might not stand, but okay, good. He's standing really well. That's really nice. Alright, so let's set this over here with the box. Set the plastic ties over here, and we will take a look at this figure. Here is the Batman figure in all of its glory. I haven't mentioned yet, I haven't read any Batman comics. I've said before in my Marvel reviews that I'm not really a comic book guy. I do like comics, and it's not like I don't like them, but I don't really go out of my way to read them. My main thing is I love watching movies, I love watching TV shows, and I love buying action figures from those movies and TV shows that I've watched. And really, the only Batman movie I've ever seen is Batman from 1989, the one with Michael Keaton as Batman, and I really liked it. It was a really fun superhero movie with lots of good action, very dark and gritty type superhero movie, and I really liked it. So, yeah, that's my only real knowledge of Batman comes from that movie, but just that's kind of a quick disclaimer if I don't know anything about Batman from the comics or the Dark Knight trilogy or anything. My knowledge of Batman comes from Batman 1989. But yeah, so this Batman figure seems like when I saw it at GameStop, I thought that just looks like a good, pretty generic, solid Batman figure, and I'd really like to have it in my collection to kind of kick off my DC Comics collection. I'm going to have it on the same shelf as my Marvel figures. But anyway, let's get into looking at the figure. It's got really good, the detailing isn't amazing, but the sculpt is pretty good. I can already feel that he's got really good smooth articulation, especially in the head, but we'll get to that in a sec. I like the Bat logo in here. You can tell it's like a separate piece, kind of put into a mold in the chest there, but yeah, and then his belt, it's got good sculpt on it, but hardly any paint, and I don't know, I feel like it needs a little bit of paint to make that stand out a little bit. But it's okay nonetheless. He's got this cool texture on the side of his pants down there. That's really cool. You can feel it. Kind of bumpy ridges and whatnot. Kind of mesh style texturing. I don't know how else to describe it, but it's really nice. He's got kind of these, what do you call those? Blades on his Batman gauntlets, I guess, his gloves. And then he's got his cowl up here and his cape. The cape looks really awesome, and I love the material it's made out of. It's very sturdy, and it feels nice to touch. So, yeah, and his boots down here, they don't have hardly any detailing on them, but they get the job done. So, yeah, not like a super outstanding figure to me, but it's really good. It's a good, solid Batman figure, like I said. So, yeah, let's get into the articulation, and start with the head. Head is on a ball, so it can spin all the way around, look up and down, so that's really nice. Check out the arms. I've heard these DC Multiverse figures can break, so let's hope I don't break mine. Let's bend the elbow. Man, that comes up high. That's really good. His wrists can bend as well and swivel. He can move at the shoulders. He can't bend up really because of this, but you can move his shoulder out like that. You can see it's got a joint in there, so it probably could lift up if you tried hard enough, but I'm not going to risk it. He's got ball joint at the waist. You can move out at the hips. That's pretty good. Kind of an abnormal joint in there. Maybe that's what they usually look like. Just usually you don't end up seeing the joints in there. It can lift up like that. It can go back, but it's kind of hindered by the big cape back there. Double hinged knee. It can move about that far. I'm not going to try to move it further than that. You might be able to. The ankle can... There's a lot of ankle articulation if you look at that joint right there. It can move up. Oh, he's also got a toe pivot right there. It can move from side to side and rock like that, and it can pivot and swivel. Really great articulation for this Batman figure. So let's check out some of his accessories. Okay, so this is a few minutes later after I've managed to get the card and the display stand out from the back of the box. It was not easy. I had to do some unboxing knife work, and yeah, it was pretty awkward trying to get those out. It was not smooth. It was not easy to get those out without just ripping the box entirely. So I had to be a little bit careful, and I still did end up ripping the box slightly, but I did my best to conserve the box. And yeah, I got the card and the display stand out, so let's check out some of the accessories. Starting with, what should we start with? Let's do the Batarang first. We've already kind of looked at it, but there is this, sleek, simplistic Batarang, as you can see. Not too much detail, but doesn't need that much detail. It's very simplistic, but it gets the job done. Got the little bat ears up there, the tail and the wings. Yeah, I really like this. I don't know if I'm going to display him with it. I would really like to, but the pose that I'm going to try to do with him, I don't know if it's going to work with this Batarang, unfortunately. But yeah. So speaking of the pose I'm going to do with him, let's get the grappling gun. You can see that it's got really good detail on there. It's just silver paint over it, but it works. It works. Like a lot of things on this figure, it's not super overly detailed and painted, but the sculpts are great, but they didn't put too much paint work on them. But yeah, it's pretty great. Got kind of like the swirl here, show that it's kind of a shooting out grapple there. It's got like a bat on the end of it. You can see that. So there's the bat on the end of it, kind of grapple onto things. I don't really know. I didn't see this in the movie, so obviously this is a comic thing. But yeah, the grapple looks like a bat, so that's cool. For that, now let's check out the display stand, I guess. Just a very... it's just a display stand, that's all it is. But it's got the DC logo on there. Pretty cool. It's kind of in black, but it's in a shinier black, while the rest of it is a matte black, so that it stands out a little bit, but not too much. So I like that, too. And now, final accessory is this really cool collector trading card with Batman and a bunch of Batman villains, everything. So yeah, you got Batman in the middle there with the Joker in a headlock, and then you got a bunch of other villains all tied up back there. You got Alfred back there, and yeah. Since I don't know much about the comics, I don't know all of these characters, but of course I know Batman and Joker. So yeah, cool. Detective Comics number 1000, Batman. And then we got a little write-up that, okay, a big write-up back there. I said little write-up, but yeah, there's a lot back there. I got a picture of Batman, Batman Detective Comics 1000, DC logo, Batman logo, DC Multiverse, and it also says data file. So yeah, that's really cool. I really like that. Let's give you guys a closer look at this figure after I get him in a cool pose. Alright, so a quick size comparison for anyone wondering if this will scale with Marvel Legends, how it will scale with Marvel Legends. If you're new to DC Multiverse like I am, I pretty much knew this going into, start collecting DC figures. These just do not scale with Marvel Legends at all. If I bring in Marvel Legends Thunderstrike right here, like he's a tall Marvel Legends figure, and you can just see that it's a completely different scale. The fact that Batman's like an entire inch taller than him. So yeah, unfortunately, if you're trying to do like a Marvel versus DC type thing, like this just won't work. Alright, so my finishing touches on this review. I'm really liking this figure. It's just a good Batman. I was thinking about getting the Arkham Knight as my first Batman figure for my collection. But when I saw this at GameStop, I was like, I like that a lot better than the Arkham Knight. Because this is just a good look for Batman, and just seems like it's a good Batman to have on the shelf, rather than the Arkham Knight one, which admittedly the Arkham Knight one has better detail and stuff on it, but it's not really the exact Batman I'm looking for, which I feel like this checks all the boxes for me on a good Batman figure. I'll probably get my pre-order in for the Todd McFarlane Batman and think I like it better, but this is a good one to start my collection. We'll do a comparison with them once I get my Todd McFarlane Batman. But yeah, this one did not disappoint me. I'm super glad I was able to find it at GameStop. So yeah, if you're a Batman fan looking for a good Batman figure, I highly recommend this one because, well, there's not anything super outstanding or amazing about it, but I can't say there's anything bad about it either. So it's just a good, solid Batman figure, and for that reason, I can easily recommend it to anyone who's looking for a Batman figure to add to their action figure collection. So yeah, that's going to just about do it for this review. I hope you guys have really enjoyed it. I hope you found it helpful. I hope you found it fun to watch. I hope you've really enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye.